Hey everybody, welcome back to another ASMR video. As you can see, today we're back on the Yu-Gi-Oh! And you can see I have a bunch of decks in front of me. Today I'm not really going to be talking about one specific deck, but instead I'm kind of going to talk about all of these. I was sitting down trying to get some stuff ready for nationals coming up. For one, I'm not qualified, so I'll have to play in the last chance qualifiers, which is unfortunate, but it's expected when you're not the greatest player. With that being said, my goal is to go win one of the last chance qualifiers and be able to play in the main event. Now, I haven't really been playing much the last 2 months, really. I've just been busy with life stuff and haven't had the chance to play very much, so I'm not really sure what deck I want to take to nationals, and I was sitting down trying to figure that out, and I figured I might as well just go ahead and make a video talking about my thought process, however flawed or not great it is, or maybe there's some sound judgment in there somewhere. So I guess we'll just start here with Malice. This is the deck I've played probably the most out of all of these. I've played it at maybe 3 regionals now, and I did okay. I think the last one, or the best one, I think I ended up going like 3-3 and then dropping, which unfortunately is like the best I've done at a regional. So I like this deck. I like it a lot. It's fun, but I'm not the greatest with it. Sometimes, especially when I haven't been playing very much, like right now, I struggle with some of the lines. Not like the normal summon Dormouse line, like that one's fine. But if I'm playing into a board of like various interruptions and, I have to start with like a Chessie and like a backup or something that's like unusual, then I feel like I really struggle, and I do think that's just because I haven't played the deck for long enough, and I just don't play the game as frequently as I would like, so I don't really know what I can do with that. But I had another problem with Malice, which I've tried to fix with this current build that I have, is that I hate like not being able to play the game. I hate sitting down, opening up 5 cards, and immediately realizing that I've lost that game. And I feel like with Malice that happens quite a lot, or at least it did. So to combat that, I'm playing these 6. The 3 hair, the field spell, terraforming Gold Zark. I will not be playing GWC if I play this in the main. It'll be sided. MTP, mirror, 3 backup, and wizard. And I mean, this is all really standard. But what I'm not seeing a lot of people play is the 3 allure. And like the math for me just makes sense. Like I will draw a dark monster, and if I don't, I'll draw this, and then this just turns into another dark monster. So I haven't really played much with that. I'll just kind of lay the non-engine out here for you. But the problem for me in this one is I don't have bestials. And I feel like bestials are very valuable, to me at least. They help work as extenders. They are hand traps sometimes, especially with like Fiendsmith running around. And like this could be one. Whoops, sorry. This could be one. But like, I'm not just gonna play one bestial. I could cut Talons to play two, but like, Talons just feels like such a good card that I really struggle to cut. Same with Called By, honestly. I really struggle to cut either of these, so I don't know, that's just where I'm at right now. I think if I had to go to Nationals, like, literally tomorrow, this would be the deck that I would take. I think it's the best one that I have, for sure. Because I don't own Mitsurugi, Ryzel, and I don't have access to those cards. Which I think is the best deck as of right now. And Malice is definitely second. But I don't know if my technical play is good enough to overcome all of the Malice hate that's going to be in the room. Like the Lancias and the Chaos Hunters and stuff like that. Honestly, I don't know if I'm good enough to play through those as well as I think I should. It's kind of the side deck right now, but you know, that could change. So all of the targeted hate kind of worries me. And honestly, getting Lancia just doesn't feel good. Like, it's not a fun experience where you sit across from your opponent and they drop Lancia games 2 and 3 and you feel like there's not much you could have done. Now, obviously, if I'm more comfortable with the deck and I know the lines better, you know, that probably doesn't happen as often. Or if I build the deck better, then I probably have more options. But I don't know, like I said, if I had to go tomorrow, I would play Malice, but you know, I'm kind of sitting down and considering these other ones. And if you guys have any advice, just let me know. I would definitely be open to it. Another deck that I'm considering, which you might be able to guess by the small extra deck I have, is Snake Eye. Obviously not this card. This card's banned. I've been seeing some Snake Eye builds going around. Obviously, I would need to get another Ash and a Poplar. I have some somewhere. I just have no clue where. This deck was always fun to me. It does lose really hard to Fulos. And as far as I know, now I could be wrong, because I haven't played this deck in a long time, but I've been seeing it's had some recent success with, like, you know, Snake Eyes, Fiendsmith, like Diabell Star stuff with the Azamina stuff. Sorry. And I think it's something that I kind of want to look into. I know with Nats being like this weekend, it's probably not a great idea to be switching stuff up, but like, Flamberge is one of my favorite cards, like, of all time. And I like the idea of being able to be so explosive. It's kind of similar to Malice. Like, if you can full combo, then you win. But I think the different engines that you could play in Snake Eye really help. I think with versatility and stuff like that, the Azaminas and the Fiendsmith, and I do have access to those cards. I don't own them. I own Wanteds and Diabell Stars. They're just not here. One of my friends has them, so I could play this deck. I don't know if I think I'm going to. Honestly, as of right now, probably not. But it's something I'm considering. So, it's another option. A weaker option here, I think, is maybe you can guess by the extra. These two are not what they are. These two are Requiems. So 2 Requiem, Agnum Day, Necroquip, SP, Double Desiree, and then some other stuff. So those are rank 7s. So the deck that I'm considering is Fiendsmith. Where are some of the cards? There we go. Fiendsmith Cashtiro. Now, this deck is really cool to me. It plays super low to the ground. But I don't know if that's enough. Like, I don't know if ending on Fenrir, Unicorn, in, like, the best case scenario, plus, hand traps, or plus Desiree, or plus Caesar, is enough. And the same thing that I kind of mentioned with Malice is whenever I've messed around with this deck in the past, I feel like it's just bricky. Like, I feel like I just don't get to play the game, and I don't love that. So I think as of right now, where I stand, this would probably be the least likely, because I just don't think it does enough. And I just, it's not very hard to play, but I haven't played it at all, so I don't feel comfortable with it. Not like it would really matter that much, but I think this is probably the least likely out of all of them. Now this deck, speaking of bricking, Blue Eyes. Now I love this deck. It's so much fun. And of course I have the Primite cards. The deck is a lot of fun. It's just not up to the power level of, like, Rizal, Malice, Mitsurugi, and there are a lot of bricks in this deck. Like, one. This is kind of a brick. Brick, brick, brick. So, like, in this build, like, that I have, I'm playing 3 Drill Beam. I don't really think that's correct anymore. It was when I was playing the deck, but, or at least people seem to think it was, but, like, right now I have, like, 5 hard bricks, which is just a lot. And you kind of can go over 40 to kind of make those less likely to draw, but then you're less likely to draw like your barrel and stuff like that. And another thing is this deck, like while it's super bricky, it can play pretty well into Fuelos. Like you can end on like a drill beam spirit and be fine, and like you survive and can win the game. But it's not, I want to say not amazing, but it's just not good at all going second. It's so difficult to break any board with this, which makes me want to lean into board breakers to kind of make that happen, but the board breakers just aren't doing enough. So as much as I want this deck to be better and I want to play this one, I just don't think that it's there. So I would say this one is pretty not likely as well, but it is something that like is very easy to play. I'm comfortable with it. If I don't feel more comfortable with Malice, like in the next few days, maybe I just fall back on this and hope that that I get lucky on dice rolls for the last chance qualifiers or something like that. But here's the last deck, which is Labyrinth, which I've shown off on this channel before. I think I've shown off all these decks except for these two on this. I say show off, I don't really mean show off, but like I've shown them. But anyway, sorry I got sidetracked. Labyrinth is one of my favorite decks of all time. It's so much fun. It has an amazing grind game. You always do really well going first when you can set your traps. Sometimes you do well going second, but it definitely struggles going second. And the Unchained stuff I feel like is pretty good. I think it adds stuff. Same with the Fiendsmith cards. You can play like Unchained Fiendsmith Labyrinth, or you can play like kind of the one I have right now is kind of rollback, heavy on the Arius Labyrinth. And this is my preferred way to play the deck. I don't think it's the best. I just feel the most comfortable with it. But I think the deck just doesn't do enough to beat like Raizo Mitsurugi or Malice. But that's where it comes in, like, would I rather play the best deck when I'm less comfortable with it, or would I rather play a worse deck like Labyrinth but be more comfortable? I don't really know the answer to that, but I think as of right now, if I had to pick, I think I'm playing Malice. I think that the deck is just too good not to play. I enjoy it. I just wish I was better at it. So maybe I can kind of get some games this week to try to prepare and hopefully I can qualify. I mean, that's really my goal, is just to be able to play in the main event. I only started it, like, this will be my first nationals ever, like, actually attending. I've only really been playing for like 2 years, maybe max. But I'm hopeful that I can at least qualify and play. I'm sure so many of you watching are better players than me, but that's really my goal. And kind of the point of this video wasn't even to decide what I was playing. It was kind of just to throw out my thoughts and kind of put them out there so that way I can kind of solidify what I kind of think that I want to do. And I think it kind of helped. I think I want to play Malice. I think that's probably the best option. And I mean, hopefully it goes well. So if you're in the last chance qualifiers, you might see me. But anyway, hopefully this video is relaxing to you guys, at least. Hopefully me rambling about cards was, if you're good at the game, maybe it's entertaining. You can kind of see where my thoughts are, where they're going wrong and stuff like that. But if you're not familiar with cards, you're probably not this far. But if you're not familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh, hopefully at least me rambling about something was kind of relaxing. So if you guys are going to bed, I hope you sleep well. If you're not, hope you have a good rest of your day. And thanks for tuning in. Bye.